All right, so my next one.
I feel like I know when you're laughing at something that's real or you're laughing at something that's fake.
I'm laughing at all of it, my friend. All of it. So, I was once arrested and indicted for 29 felonies.
What felonies?
Different ones.
Hi guys, welcome back to Scream Queen Stream. We're your hosts, Jessica Cameron and
Heather Dorff.
with special guest.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane. I was editor on Truth or Dare and worked with Jess on Truth or Dare Mania, Kill the Production Assistant.
Basically everything. Also known as slave labor.
True.
So, what are we going to do today, Dorff?
So today we're going to be doing a few challenges. I don't even know what you want to call it, but the first one we're starting off with is two truths and a lie. Basically, each of us have come up with two truths and a lie, and we're going to tell each of our, in sequence, like I'll tell all three of mine, then her, and these two have to try to guess
Her
if
and
I'm...
her.
Yeah, her and him. Sorry, I've been drinking already. Can you tell?
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, we'll say what we have to say. They have to interrogate me and guess if I'm telling the truth or if I'm lying. They'll decide. I'll mark them if they're right or wrong, and at the end we'll see who won that particular round, and we'll go through and see who gets the most points in the end. So it'll be fun.
Oh, goody.
Oh, goody. All right. Well, I think we should just get started. Just so you know, yes, we are keeping score, and we also have wrote down our two truths and a lie, so no one can cheat and change last
Why
minute.
would you look at me? I don't cheat, I win.
Bull.
There's a fucking difference.
All right, so here we go. All right, first. I was once offered a position at a strip club.
What position?
To be a stripper. Doggy. No. I was once offered a stripper
Who
position.
offered it to you?
The manager. The owner.
Why?
I don't know.
Were you in the strip club?
We were trying to get in.
How old were you?
I was 19.
Did you want to be a stripper?
No.
What were you wearing?
I don't know. Whatever outfit, some clubbing type clothes.
So were they not going to let you in unless you agreed to be a stripper?
No.
It just seems like they stop everyone
Believe
in line.
it
Hey,
or
you
not.
want to take the stage? Someone
not
called in
at all.
sick.
No, they were offering me like a legit position.
I don't believe strip clubs have legit positions.
Well,
No. It's very coveted.
yeah.
Don't mind the 90 people in line.
No, it was on Bourbon Street, and we were in line.
In Chicago?
Bourbon Street? My God, this girl does not.
I
It was
don't
in New
live in
Orleans.
Chicago. Okay, there
It
you
was
go.
in New Orleans.
I mean, I suppose there could have been a Bourbon Street in Chicago.
I guess Bourbon Street though is iconic. It was in New
Yeah,
Orleans.
no.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm not allowed to go to New Orleans.
You should. But anyways, so we were in line, and there was a few girls and like guys, and the girls were underage. You're supposed to be 21 to go anywhere, in New Orleans.
In
Bourbon
America.
Street. Well,
Actually,
in America.
drinking in
but
America.
they let us in, even though
Fifth
the two
and
girls were both underage. The
Oh,
guys were all
shocking.
above age. Yeah, so they listened. But yeah.
Underage strippers are way more complacent.
No, that's what's funny. To be a stripper there, you only have to be 18.
Yeah, you just can't drink.
Yeah,
It's not
you just
taking
can't
your
drink.
clothing
But to
off.
get into the place, you still have to be 21.
And you
That's
can
what's
pre-drink.
so mind-boggling. It's like you only need to be 18 to work here and strip
So
and
we're
take
gonna,
your clothes
do we
off.
get to say if we think that's the truth or
No,
lie
yeah,
now?
now you need to decide. Truth or lie?
Truth.
What about you?
No, I'll say truth.
Truth. Okay, so I'm going to mark whether or not, I'm going to give them a point or not, whether or not they were right or wrong. And I could be faking this too.
Do we have to go in the order that we can
No,
stumble
just
them up?
whatever.
Yeah,
So
it's
long
fine.
as, you know.
Okay.
All right, so my next one.
I feel like I know when you're laughing at something that's real or you're laughing at something that's
I'm
fake.
laughing
I
at
know
all
you
of
cheat.
it, my friend. All of it. So, I was once arrested and indicted for 29 felonies.
What felonies?
Different ones. Mostly like burglary, trespassing,
What
things
happened?
like that. I got caught with friends after they robbed a place.
Where were you living at the time?
I was in Georgia.
Oh.
Did you
Had you
get
been
out-
like Chicago, been like,
Yeah.
that's a lie.
Did you get out of it?
I
course you
did.
did.
How did you get out of it?
Lawyer. Good one. Also, to be fair, I wasn't guilty of all 29. Really, none of us were.
How many were you
any of-
guilty of?
Oh, quite a few, but they couldn't prove it.
Yeah.
That's the
What did you do? What were you guilty of?
I was
We
in the
wanna
car
know.
when they robbed a few places.
Do you make a habit of going around with people while they rob places?
No, to be fair, I mean, here's the thing.
For
George
all
is a
of you
funny...
who think that I'm the bad influence, the worst thing I've ever done for stealing something is we stole a street sign, like the label of like the street sign, and it was because it was like my teacher's last name, and we thought it'd be really funny. It's not like a stop
And this-
sign or something that could impact driving. It was a street sign. That's like literally the most legally incriminating that I've ever done to today.
See, and this gave me like a whole nother idea for a truth. And I'm like, damn, I wish I would have thought of that one.
Oh, fuck it. But here.
But it could be a lie.
Oh, no.
Can we
but
know
it-
like the next one before
Yeah.
we say whether we know this is a lie, or do we have to answer based off?
Sure, I'll say the next one. That could be fun. Okay, so let's say the next one. So the next one is, I used to make LSA, which is a form of LSD. It's very similar to LSD. It gives you a psychedelic trip, and I used to sell it to my friends.
God damn it.
What's scary is
What
what is LSD?
Yeah.
It's made of morning glory seeds, wood oil, and petroleum ether that you mix all together and you let ferment under a heat lamp light for about a week. And you put it into gel capsules, and it does give you a psychedelic trip. It's very similar to
When
LSD.
did you do this?
I did it in Georgia.
How old were you?
I mean, I got the recipe from the Anarchist Cookbook, if you guys are familiar with it, and I needed money. I was broke. This is why I robbed places, guys. I didn't. No, wait. No, sorry. Retract. I did not rob places.
See, now I'm like, can I change my vote on the first one? Because it's like, okay, now the first one's obviously bullshit. It was the getting offered a job as a stripper on Bourbon
Yeah,
Street.
I want to change. I want to say these last two are truth.
And the strippers balls. Do you guys, if you guys
damn
want
it.
to do that, we can do that. We can go through all three. Because really, to be fair, it is kind of, it's more, what do you guys want to do? So,
I
the
feel
question
like
is,
you're not a good person. You're not.
I'm a great person.
No,
I'm
none of these are
I was
good.
wild.
No, they're all very bad. They're not wild.
It's
they're
not like I said-
they're illegal.
I straddled the gray line, my friends.
There's no. You're a drug
Not
dealer.
convicted. Not convicted.
not-
Rob people
It's
and
alleged.
strip.
I committed a few of these crimes, but didn't get caught. That's bad. That's really bad.
All right, wait. What
Gray
did,
line
you know
would have
what?
been like, I didn't really do it. They just thought I did. That's a gray line. It's not gray when you did it.
All right, here's the thing. I'm like looking at this laughing. You guys need to decide two truths and a lie.
The pressure. Fuck my life.
I was offered a job as a stripper. I sold LSA. Or indicted on 29 felonies. Of which I was absolved.
In which, so they
So
have.
hold on, but is this a game where like you could have been indicted on 27 felonies and not 29?
I decided to be more literal with mine.
I was gonna say that's like eerie, like sharing the same half a brain. So like she said that half truth thing. I'm thinking 27 felonies. We both thought the same
No,
number.
I decided to be more specific with
Okay.
mine, to be more truthful and
Yeah.
not. One is a complete
Okay. I
fabrication.
feel like the 29 felonies has to be true.
To the specificness to
But
it.
here's the thing. I don't believe she would do drugs. I don't believe that she would
She
do
didn't say
drugs.
she did
I don't
it. She
believe
said she was
she'd
dealing.
deal it. I don't think. But I didn't know George Dorff. Hashtag George Dorff.
She's like, you could have been indicted on 29 felonies, but I don't know if you sold drugs.
Well, no, I feel like you could have done a couple felonies.
I'm gonna-
You were pretty okay with that.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Hashtag drug dealer Dorff.
All right, wait, okay, Jess. you
I'm gonna
first.
say I think the strip club deal is real. I think the 29 felonies is real, and I feel the LSA is false.
Okay, so let's look at this.
What?
So strip club is real.
I'm gonna keep it real.
You think that's real? Do you think you think, I'm sorry, 29
Felonies.
felonies is real?
Yep.
And you think LSA is false?
Yep.
Okay.
And to be different, I'll say that the LSA is real, the 29 felonies is real, and the strip club thing is false.
For the record, this is hard.
It
Mine
is,
I
it's
feel like
very
are
hard.
not that hard. I
All
think
right.
mine really we're gonna see some major differences, and everybody, all of you guys who are like you're the bad influence, you're gonna fucking see now.
Sorry, you're gonna say it again? What did
Mine
you
are
say?
like harmless.
I said that the first one was not true.
The stripper is not true.
And the other two were true.
But mine are like so
Just-
not this.
Just so one of us will win and one of us will lose.
Sure,
Anyways.
sure.
Yeah.
None of mine could get me arrested.
Differently. Now it's Jess's turn to tell us her two truths
I need
and
to
a lie.
look at mine because I forgot what I wrote.
Okay, go ahead and do what I did. Just tell us all three,
Yeah.
and then we can debate and
Yeah.
then decide. We can debate each one and decide.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1. This is so like mine are so not.
I was. Yeah. Okay. Mine
We
are
should have had you go last. Editing fucking failure. Okay, so when I was in grade 9, I wanted to be a scientist. Pretty simple.
What
I wasn't
kind
a
of?
drug dealer. It was just from being in grade 9 science class. I thought that it was just like finding theories and proving them right or wrong and following the quantitative and qualitative formulas. And I thought it was just really, really fun.
Did you have a specific area of
No.
science you wanted to go into?
I was in grade 9.
Did you
I
like lab?
liked, yeah, I love
The
lab.
mixing
yeah,
and
everything.
stuff?
Yes, everything to me. Like you could do that. You could add these two things and have something completely different happen. I love the whole thing, and I also
Kinda
really
like your
loved.
cooking.
Right?
Except she blows shit up, which makes me question.
No, but I also love
Her
proving people
ability.
right or wrong. Like there was like this great moment when I was in grade 8 where somebody did like a science fair experiment where they had to build like an actual Ferris wheel. And I proved that they could not build it the way that they did because it would cause like mass homicide because it would naturally break apart. Which, and when I proved the example, I had them like try it.
So with
and it
mass
actually did.
homicide, we're back to Dorff's.
But I was just in grade 9 in a science class, and I was like, I should be a scientist. This is really fun for me.
Okay. You want to be a scientist in grade 9. Next one.
Okay. Next one. What did I write down? God damn
Just
it.
look at it again.
You know, I'm just gonna look at it right now. Hold on. Okay. Oh,
I come prepared.
right? Shut up. Okay. When I was 16, I broke a mirror in my parents' factory bathroom.
Did you get in trouble?
I didn't.
Did you lie about that you did it, or did you fess up?
I immediately fessed up because I was having a panic attack because I really thought I was going to become an orphan and get sent to an orphanage.
Because
I don't know why, I just did.
Because of a mirror?
Yeah.
And how'd you break it?
It looked like it tilted, and I wanted to see how I looked in those jeans.
So how'd you break it though? Did you pull
I
it
went to
off?
try to tilt it, and it broke. It
Did
didn't
it break
tilt.
or did it fall?
It like so like the it was like one of those like really janky mirrors that was like connected with like two things at the side. I went to go tilt it, and it didn't tilt, and it broke off the one side.
So the mirror itself didn't break; it just broke.
No,
off
it
the-
broke all the side of the mirror.
No.
Okay. All right. Next one, mirror. She broke a mirror in her.
Okay. I had a dog named Rambo.
How old were you when you had this dog? Like from what age to what age?
No fucking clue. I was super young. I like remember Rambo like a little bit.
And when did he die? You don't know.
Rambo got hit by a car when people broke into my parents' factory, and he ran out and he died.
What kind of dog was he?
He was some kind of German Shepherd breed, I think. He was like big and furry.
Was he who got the dog? Was he your dad's or your mom's dog?
I'm not exactly sure because I was super, super young. I want to say it was my dad.
What color?
He was like he looked like a collie kind of coloring, like a German Shepherdy. So like brown, white, black. Very little memory. Very little memory. But it's like why I have Solomon, and everyone's like, oh my god, how do you not know what dogs do? And I was like, because the only other time I had a dog, I was too young to barely remember anything other than his name. But apparently I really liked the dog, and we got along real well.
All right, I'm ready to do my guesses.
Go for it.
How do we write this down?
You have to mark us as whether we're right or wrong. Just wait until we both give. Like, let me do mine first.
Okay, so hold on.
So-
Do I give you a point if you're right?
Only if I'm
Yeah.
right. And you can mark down too if we're wrong about one. Mark down which one we're wrong about. That way
Okay.
you remember.
Okay.
I believe you had the dog. I don't believe you broke the mirror, and I believe the other one's true, which the scientist I believe is true. Weirdly, I would not think that about you, but I think it is probably true.
Okay. Okay.
Now I'm like, debating between instinct versus what I.
Oh wait,
think.
you know what we forgot to ask you too? Are one of these slightly wrong, like age or something? Okay, they're pretty literal, like
Good.
mine. Okay.
Okay.
They're exactly literal because I couldn't think of anything that was like slightly. Because they all
Yeah.
felt like cheating.
Well, I feel like that's like not fair. It's like, oh, I'm just saying one thing that's not right. You know.
I'll call lie on the dog and true on the other two.
True on the other two.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hold on.
All right. Let's see.
Because German shepherds aren't white.
All right. So now Aaron's turn to tell us
Look
his
at that.
2 truths.
Look for mine again.
Why? Oh God, I can't wait.
See,
for
like
the
you
other
forget
one.
when it's not like the first one. You haven't been plotting. Dorff like came to me. She's like, "We have to do this game." And
I
I'm like,
just
know all
no.
these
I
games,
thought of it
And then
last
she was
night. I literally saw it and thought of mine because
Yeah.
I was like, "This is perfect." They're so outrageous, each of them, that they're not gonna be able to know which one's which.
So you had it prepped ahead of time.
No, I only thought of it last night, but when I told her, but I told her
That's
to
ahead of
tell
time.
you.
Yeah.
Well,
I did,
said
but we
think
were
about
working.
last night.
Yeah.
we were busy.
It's like I found out I was involved like a couple hours before we came
Correct.
here.
Right, but that's
Good job.
not
Okay, but
prepared.
it's okay. Go. We're ready.
So yeah, I didn't learn to. Well, at least I didn't get my driver's license until I was in my mid to late 20s.
How old are you now?
That's not
30.
irrelevant. 30.
That's rude.
Okay.
But why didn't you need a license before then?
Well, actually, when I was a kid, my dad did drugs a whole lot, and at one point when I was around 10, he told me to drive down to the gas station and get him a pack of cigarettes, and threw me the keys to his truck.
So you
And
were
I-
driving without
Hold
a
on, hold on,
license.
And I crashed that truck and hurt someone, and so I had a thing about not wanting to drive
Oh no.
for years.
So what made you actually get your license?
Inconvenience.
Were you living where you live now the whole time?
No, I was in, like I went around Northern California, like Sacramento, Citrus Heights, Roseville, areas like that. And then I actually lived in LA for a couple of years, which was much easier
Yeah.
because there's transit and
metro
stuff
and
like
stuff,
that.
yeah.
But just a lot of times I was able to just catch rides with people, and people drove me around so I didn't have to deal with it.
Okay.
And I just finally kind of got impatient. I was like, fuck it. And I had to take classes for like 2 years before I was able to drive well enough.
Was anybody hurt in the car wreck that you caused when you were 10?
Not badly, but a guy was underneath the car, actually it was a truck, he was underneath it working on it, and I had wiped out a fence and went into a guy's yard and hit his vehicle, which fell on him. And so he was minorly hurt, but it seemed much worse when you're that age.
You shouldn't have been
Did you get in trouble? Did your dad get in trouble?
No, because the neighbor was like friends with my dad.
So no one got in trouble.
Yeah. Well, I other than like having to replace the fence, but not like no.
That's
legal-
not trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, they had to
a
spend
You
money.
didn't kill a man, but you had to replace a fence. That's
Well-
not trouble.
Well, and being high on coke and sending your kid to drive like several miles to get cigarettes.
Right.
By the way, Dad Lane, I hope you're not watching this.
I
Okay.
don't think you would.
Right. Number 2,
tell her
probably
to-
not.
yeah.
So the second one was that I once disemboweled a 16-year-old kid in a failed robbery where they were attempting to rob me.
Define disemboweled.
Do you want me to just go into the whole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
go into
Okay.
it, Yeah.
So I was working nights at a convenience store while I was going to film school.
Hold on. Do you have your license at this time?
No, I was walking.
Okay, carry on. Where was this? So city.
This was in Antelope, so it's pretty close to where I live now. But these kids came. What?
Is there a film school in Antelope?
Well, no, I was going to film school in Sacramento and catching rides there.
Okay, fair enough.
So I was working at this Chevron, and these kids came in and like grabbed a bunch of stuff, and I followed them out to try to take the plate number, and one of them threw one of those Mickey's, the hand grenade beers, and it smashed into my face and like broke my nose. And then they came back and started to jump me, and they were like beating me down in the parking lot, and there happened to be like a rusty pair of scissors on the ground that I just got a hold of.
What?
And so I just kind of blindly swung up and stabbed one of them in the stomach and just pulled him down, and was kind of half blacked out by that point, but just kept stabbing. And at that point, they all started like beating me down to where I kind of blacked out. But some guy was in the bathroom who came out and kind of chased them off, and they dragged the one kid away and drove off.
Side note, either way, I've lived a really boring life.
Yeah.
I broke a mirror when I was...
I still have so many stories to play. Okay.
Well, Well, yeah, that's why once you went what you did, I was like, oh, I could have gone so much worse.
Yeah, right. No, it was good.
But yeah, so then they had to like call the owner, and we had to call the police, and so they did a bunch of questioning of me just because there's blood everywhere.
Someone was attacking me. I do the same thing.
Well, and it was kind of
You
instant.
got disemboweled?
If someone's
But
attacking,
hold on, okay, so
Well-
disemboweled. So you start stabbing him, and then you ripped out his intestines?
They kind of came out
because you slashed him.
Well, stabbed up and then pulled him to the ground and kept stabbing like this. If you keep stabbing someone in the abdomen, stuff's coming out. The girl who wrote Truth or Dare has a curled lower lip freaking out about this.
This is real. Okay,
Really?
wait. Tell us the third one. Tell us the third one.
My first job was working pro video support at Apple.
First job, how old?
What?
First job, how old? I'm fairly certain this is accurate. I know he worked at Apple.
Yeah. And
Define age.
Yeah, I started at Apple when I was about 20.
Okay.
And I worked at the Elk Grove headquarters.
Are yours literal or no?
Did you change a small truth about one of these? Like age?
Yes,
time?
I did.
Okay.
The Apple thing is not true. The other two are true. That's my final answer. So give me points or not. The Apple thing is not true. It was a different age. It was a different time or something. I'm hoping. And the
Apple doesn't work with the driving because you couldn't make it to an Apple store on a regular basis.
Well, my roommate and best friend did work at Apple with me, so I rode with him the whole time that I worked.
And you always had the same shifts?
No, actually, but I made enough that I was able to pay him to take me. Because my commission checks when I worked there, even though I did pro video support, I took sales calls also, and I would get like 10 grand a month.
The only thing I'm
commissions.
questioning is how we got to school in Sacramento. That seems less legit to me. The second story, you said he was getting rides to school in Sacramento from any other city seems very difficult to do if you don't have a car. And you said that with the stabbing story. He said he was getting rides to Sacramento.
Yeah.
So I
the
still stick
stabbing
with
is
mine.
true.
For some
Yeah,
reason,
I'm gonna go with Dorff. I agree. The
I
first
think
two are
for
right,
some
and the
reason
third.
you lied on the
I don't
simple
think that.
one.
I don't think.
And
the
you
simple
told us
one
these
is-
two
yeah.
crazy stories that are true. But maybe
By the way, I'm so not the bad influence here, fuckers.
Okay, so just to recap,
My phone died at the end of that video.
it
so.
did. So what we guessed was that Aaron's iPhone working at Apple was untrue based on something, and then his other two, the stabbing, disembowelment, which, to be fair, maybe it didn't disembowel him. Maybe he stabbed him, didn't disembowel him. But either way, we guessed the other two were true, and that Apple was somehow wrong. Okay? For Jess, I guessed that the mirror was fake, and that the dog and scientist was true, and he actually thought the mirror was real and scientist was real, and the dog was fake.
Yeah.
For me, Jess guessed, I forget. Jess guessed that,
I felt that you definitely were involved with. I didn't feel like you made the drugs. I felt that you were convicted or like up for 29 felonies,
and that I was proposed to be a stripper, whereas Aaron
and that I probably need to
thought I
reevaluate
made
my
the
friendship.
drugs and did the 29 felonies,
Yeah.
but wasn't proposed to be a stripper. So here we're at. So now let's look and see who has the most points. Let's see.
I win!
How are you so right? We're like, fuck, Jess
I
doesn't.
know you both.
Okay, so let's just say what was true. For me, what was true is I was asked to be a stripper and I was indicted on 29 felonies. What's not true is that I made the LSA. I never did that.
You had such like specific detail about it.
I
that's
know
why.
because I Googled it.
But I think I was like,
See, it's that
but I also
prep
figured
time
like you
that
grew
we're
up.
talking
Yeah, but
about.
also you grew up in Georgia. I just figured you knew.
I Googled it because I was like, how the fuck do you make LSD? Which, by the way, I could not find a legit LSD, so I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say I made some other thing and make it sound like super real. But we'll get into that in another Two Truths and a Lie because I'm going to fuck Jessica next time. You'll wait. All right, Jess, which ones are true? You did-
So I did break the mirror,
yeah.
and I really felt that I was gonna get like sent to an orphanage.
That and the
because
panic attack is where I'm like, that's true.
Like, so I just moved in with so I come from a divorced home, so I lived with my biological mother that I did not get along with. I moved in with my dad and my stepmother, and I don't know why in my little like teenage brain, I felt for sure that breaking the mirror was like gonna be the end of the world.
Well, that makes sense now that you're saying that, though.
Oh my god! But you could have asked me that. You didn't.
I didn't.
So
think
I
of it.
literally like I was totally thinking I was like, this is it. I have to pack my bag. It's so stupid. So I but my biological mother would like flip out on that kind of stuff. So I remember like literally. I like as a kid, I like accidentally stood on like one of those like you remember those like wooden magazine holders that had like the crocheted and like the olive green and brown like shitty thing that's like really tacky where like why would anyone have that? That if you were a child of the 80s, everybody had them.
Right.
So at one point I decided to like kneel on that and broke it, and my mother was like, "You're going to an orphanage. Fuck you. Pack your bags." So I was convinced when I broke this mirror that I was like going away. So I like remember coming out and I was like, "I broke the mirror. It's fine. I'll just go. Just tell me where to go. I'll just go."
Wait, you didn't have the dog, did you, Jess?
I did. No, I did that one. That was true.
No.
The fucking scientist? That's what I thought wasn't real. And
Why the fuck would I ever want to be?
I don't know. I was thinking
and
that
see,
too.
that was the whole head versus instinct
You
thing.
know what?
'Cause my instinct said that the scientist
I
had
knew
to be
the
bullshit.
scientist wasn't true. I knew the
But
dog
then
was
you're-
real.
Everything about the dog was like exactly real, Rambo, and I remember him having
So
a
many
fucking wife.
I was gonna say so
I
many
knew
facts
it,
were wrong
though.
on
I
that.
was
but-
Three, that's all I
cooking.
remember.
I'm like, this bitch cannot mix two things together without a mirror. Why would she want to be a scientist?
I swear everything would just be.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Damn it. I should.
But I did actually really like science fairs, so it drew on like a natural instinct that I had. I loved winning science fairs, and I really liked competing on them.
That's what threw me off. She's like, I like being right, which is fucking
did.
true. She
And
likes
I
being able to prove people
So
wrong.
I got really great marks for like all of my science fair projects, but like being a scientist is just so boring, and like all of my teachers were really boring.
All
The
right.
people that did well in class were really boring.
Trusting. The only reason why I didn't get the mirror thing right is because she was a daddy's girl. Like her dad would never do that to her. But the thing is, I wasn't thinking when she first came to their house from her mom's.
And I
remember the mom story. Her dad had to save her from her mother because of this orchard.
But it's so funny because like I don't even
situation.
know if my dad knew about the mirror. Like I went up to my stepmom and I was like near tears, and I was like. I broke the mirror. It's fine. You can send me away. I understand. My mom like started laughing, and she was like, "Why would I send you? It's okay. You can break a mirror. It's
It
fine. It's not."
happens.
But I was like, "No, you're supposed to tell me
Stop
I'm a horrible
checking on
child."
things.
Yeah, when
It's
you described your reaction in the mirror, I'm like, that's true because I've seen her do that.
I know she does that.
But I was like so I thought it was like end of the world, and my mom, she was like, "No," and she hugged me, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is what a normal parent-child relationship like, where you're allowed to like accidentally break stuff."
Jess like got them all on the dot. Okay, you.
Okay.
Apple was true.
No.
Oh, it was not.
No.
Oh, so we got this right.
Yeah.
We both got these
Yeah,
right.
I did work at Apple, but it wasn't until much later. I was like 26, 27. I worked there for...
I don't have enough points then, though.
No, you don't. Nope.
I
You only
definitely
got one
don't.
from me.
I only
I
got.
marked 2.
You only got one from me, and you got 2 from him.
No, I got 2 right from you and 1 wrong.
No.
Oh
If
no,
you
I
get
got
one wrong,
2
you
wrong.
automatically
Yeah,
2
that's
wrong
right,
there.
God. All right. Well, there you
We
go.
should all just take this. I win.
Yes, Jess wins. All right. Well, there you go. You guys should play this with friends if you guys
You
would like
should.
to see.
And
You
side
should. It's so
note,
fun.
I'm like so the better person. I'm just saying. Or at least I'm the most tame, which is shocking even to me. Because like I'm like, oh my god, I was trying to think of like some wild and outrageous stuff, and I have some for a round.
I
two,
am
but,
telling
like,
you
not
guys,
anywhere near like
That is not even
But if
the
I
tip
told
of the
you- but
iceberg.
here's the
of
thing, if
mine.
I
I
Don't
remember I
say-
was saying I
'cause
toned
we're
my
gonna-
stuff
I
down.
I
kept
told you
mine
that I like
fairly
chased somebody
PG.
or was a drug dealer, you'd all be like, never, not a chance in hell. Even Dorff, we were like, she might have done that.
I don't know. Dude,
Like,
she's
it's like on the fringe.
Was she a stripper?
Well-
Who knows? You never know.
I knew you weren't a stripper.
Kids, this is a reminder though that no matter where you come from, you can always fix your life.
But also,
I
if you
swear.
come from Georgia,
E-
chances are you were involved in some
Yeah.
bad fucking illegal shit.
Even if you're accused of 29 felonies, or you
I'm-
straight up killed a dude.
I forgot to say. So okay, just
And you still might not get arrested. You could still be free. Like these fuckers. They're both fucking next to me.
I was actually arrested. I like had to go to court and everything. And
But
you know
you
what's
got off and you admitted on camera.
you know
that
what's
you
funny?
did some of
Well,
that.
what's even funnier is I only paid that lawyer $1,000. I only had to because he represented like pretty much everyone in the case. Okay, so he was making shit tons of money between everyone. And to be fair, I was the most innocent. I still have the clippings, the newspaper clippings. Our arrest was so big profile.
If we get to 100 likes on this YouTube video, we will share the clippings.
We will.
If you haven't liked and subscribed, like and subscribe.
By the way, though, I was only 15 when this happened, so my name is not included, but everyone else is. But just to keep you to see how real this got, I was surveilled by police for 3 months. My house, they had cops outside of my house for 3 months. And when I showed up to court, everyone thought I snitched. I'm like, guys, I cannot snitch on you and have the same lawyer. It's a conflict of interest. How am I 15 and I know this, and you guys are fucking all adults and you do not know this? We all had the same lawyer, and they were like, no, you snitch.
Georgia.
And there's 2 people.
It's also like that. I didn't think, I was like, in my mind, I was like, she probably wouldn't have done drugs or dealt drugs. I was like, no, she might have dealt drugs, but she'd never admit to that on camera. No, she definitely would not admit to anything.
The only thing.
No, because at this point, I've already been acquitted. I've been proved innocent, right?
Not of
the
dealing
drugs.
LSA.
It doesn't matter. They have to actually catch. They have to have.
They have to catch you in the act.
They have to catch you in the act with the drugs. There's nothing they can do now. Bitches, I was involved in some of those robberies. Suck my proverbial dick! And build a fucking system so people can get to their goddamn jobs so that you don't have to rob places for
No! You never have to rob anywhere. Shut the fuck up. Robbing places is never the answer. No! You should never have to rob anywhere. If your go-to is robbing places, just fucking end it. It's over.
Next Scream Queen stream, you karaoke, fuck the police.
No,
it is never the government's fault. You never have to rob anywhere.
Either way, I got off because the DA was so overwhelmed. So there's 19 kids in total. There was 19 kids in total that were charged on
But
there
you're
were 20
basically
different
telling people
robberies.
that if you do something illegal, do it with a group of people that they can't.
Absolutely, and be smart.
Especially if you're
Be the
underage.
smartest one in a group of idiots.
No,
and you always get out.
No, do not.
It's like Enron all over again.
Don't do that. No, illegal activities are never acceptable, despite what Dorff says. Don't do it. No, just work hard and do the right thing and be a good human being. Don't do it. It's a trap. Keep lying. No.
Until next time. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for checking out Scream Queen Stream. We hope you loved it as much as we do.
If you want to see more of our videos, check out our YouTube page. And while you're there, how about you subscribe? You want to see more? Just tweet us. Find us on Facebook. Join in on the fun.
And most importantly, if you really want to join us on this crazy ride, check out our Patreon page and become a patron for amazing, awesome perks that we give out monthly.
As well as early access to all of our videos.
Free giveaways.
And a whole lot more fun shit.
So check it out.
We'll see you there.
Stay bloody.
You stole my tagline.
I did.
You're a horrible friend.